The anime begins with a dying monarch named Inglis of the Silver Kingdom, surrounded by his loved ones and officials. Goddess Alistia visits him just before he ascends to the afterlife. After all that Inglis has done for his people, Alistia grants him the opportunity to wish for anything he chooses. Inglis wants to be reborn, but this time, he wants to live for himself rather than for others, whom he can fall in love with and conquer his sword once more. The deity grants his wish. As the king is reincarnated in another universe, he is greeted by his new parents, Serena and Luke. This time, he is also known as Inglis, as he was in his prior existence. Inglis, on the other hand, is born as a girl rather than a boy. This came as a complete surprise to him. Alistia bestows the ability to manipulate ether on Inglis. Unlike other humans, everything in this world is made of ether, thus, whoever has control over ether has power over everything in existence. Serena notices her floating as Inglis attempts to manipulate the ether. She is stunned, but she feels she is mistaken. Serena transports Inglis to a safer location as a magicite beast goes on the rampage. Inglis is already pumped after learning how powerful this monster is. Irina, Serena's older sister, drives them both to her house. Inglis runs into her 8-year-old cousins Raphael and Rafina, who are her age. She sees the mystical beast through the window from there. Inglis is eager to combat it. A supernatural beast broke into their home while they were discussing. The arena is thrown away by the impact while clutching Rafina. Serena gives Raphael Inglis and Rafina. She instructed him to take them and flee. She then proceeded to battle the mystical beast. Raphael places Inglis and Rafina behind chairs before proceeding to assist Serena. It would be sad if he left her aunt with the magicite beast even after earning his rune. Unfortunately, they are both killed by the magicite beast. Inglis approaches the magicite beast after noticing everyone is unconscious. Inglis uses an ether strike before the beast can do anything. The ether strike's power was so great that the magicite beast was vaporized with just one strike. As she grows bored of using it, she falls asleep. Since then, 5 years have passed. Inglis and Rafina are witnessing Raphael's swordsmanship versus the knights. Raphael was revealed to be the second greatest swordsman, with Luke, the leader of the knights, being the strongest. Rambaka merchant visits Luke and introduces him to his son, Raoul. They've come to duel with the knights. Raoul easily beats the knights and bemoans their weakness. Raoul is using magic against the knights to slow them down, which Inglis sees. Magic is analogous to a subcompound of ether. Because the sense of magic in this world is scarce, the knights and Luke cannot detect anything. Raphael is the next person to face Raoul. Before the fight, Inglis tells him not to look Raoul in the eyes and, without revealing why, tells him that he is playing a joke on him. Raphael accepts and goes to battle with him. He was dominant initially, but he lost the bout due to a mistake. Inglis stands forward and challenges Raoul to a duel to maintain the knights and her father's honor. Raoul chuckles and instructs her to play with her dolls. Inglis tells him she knows what he's up to and that she'll tell everyone if he refuses the duel. Raoul becomes enraged and accepts her challenge. Luke warns her daughter not to be reckless and to leave the battle. Inglis blackmails Luke, threatening that if he does not allow her to fight, she will tell her mother that he bought a new vase without informing her. Luke gladly lets her go after hearing this. Raoul uses his powers to slow down Inglis as they prepare to combat. But because she can manipulate ether, she can simply spread the magic. Raphael was unable to land a single hit on her due to this. Inglis easily defeats him with her eyes closed. Luke, a proud father, is overjoyed that a child prodigy has been born into the family. After a year, Inglis and Rafina, at 6, come to the church to receive their runes. Runes are a mark given to someone who wishes to become a knight and hold an artifact. Runes are divided into 4 classes: unique, high, middle, and low. The higher a person's style, the more artifacts they can own. Rafina is the first to receive runes. She is given a high-level rune. Everyone is content. Inglis comes next. Everyone hopes for her and believes she will be given a particular class rune. However, Inglis does not want it, since if the class is higher, she will be confined to the castle and lose her freedom, which she does not wish to do in this life. Inglis inserts her hand into the box and pulls it out. Everyone is surprised because Inglis did not receive any rune class. Everyone is perplexed about how this is possible, given that the rune is based on an individual's power. Inglis used her power to control ether to BLO. She is no longer interested in working as a knight and can master her sword without limitations. Everyone is fleeing to their houses 6 years later when prism flow occurs. Prism flow is similar to rain, except it can turn any living being, except humans, into a magical beast. Only a tiny percentage of magicite creatures become prismers. Because of their unique potential to kill a whole nation, these magicite monsters are known as the King of Rainbow. Inglis, who is 12 years old, is excited about the prismers and wants to battle them as soon as possible. Inglis and Rafina see Highland as the rain clears. Highland is the home of Highlanders. Artifacts in the box that determine an individual's rune are formed here. Highlanders exchange these for money and food with Lowlanders. They both prepare for the banquet at night. A Highlander will arrive tonight to survey the lowlands. Lord Shiny and Raphael's buddy Leon are introduced to them by Rafe and his father. Leon is a holy knight, like Raphael. Leon informs them that Raphael will not be able to attend the feast since he is too preoccupied with critical assignments. Soon after, an unexpected visitor appears. It's Raoul, the Highlanders' new envoy. Inglis is taken aback to meet him and wonders how a lowlander like him can become a Highlander. Raoul responds that he has earned the status of a Highlander by paying enough money to Highlanders. Staring lustfully at Inglis, he tells her, "You have grown quite well, Inglis. It would be nice to have another spar with you." Leon interrupts their conversation and tells Inglis and Rafina that he wants them to meet Iris, a Hyrule menace who is even stronger than holy knights. As Leon introduces them to Iris, she slaps him, tells him, "You fool, stop it," and leaves. Both Inglis and Rafina were stunned by what had just occurred. Suddenly, a scream came from inside, and when they went inside, they saw Lord Shiny's burned body lying on the floor. Raoul burned him after Shiny stopped him from harassing a girl. Raoul threatens Duke Bilford, "Just tell others he died from an illness, and if you say otherwise, you know what will happen." As Raoul leaves, he tells himself that he'll make her kneel. Perfectly, Inglis's promise goes to his villa, but he has an encounter with Iris. She tells Inglis to return home, as her life will be in danger. Inglis refuses, so Iris gets frustrated and tells her that she'll attack her. Inglis gets excited after hearing this. Leon has come here to kill Raoul after what he did to Lord Shiny. He wants to kill Highlanders. He tells them about an anti-Highland guerrilla organization, the Steel Blood Front, that kills Highlanders and brings their technology to lower land so Lowlanders don't have to rely on them for survival. Iris asks if he decided to betray them because it's their duty as Hyrule Menace and Holy Knights to kill Highlanders. That's why he attacked her. Recognizing Leon's strength, Inglis aligns with Iris so she can fight him. Leon summons and attacks his lightning creatures. Iris warns Inglis to be cautious of the lightning animals, as they explode when destroyed. Inglis simply covers herself in the ether before killing them with her strikes. Iris and Leon were both taken aback by what they were witnessing. Rafina leaps out of the window, accompanied by a magicite beast. As the magicite beast struck Rafina, Inglis sprinted as fast as she could to save her. She inquires as to why she has come. Rafina is here to protect Inglis from Raoul, and when she went upstairs to check on him, there he was, changed into that magicite beast. Inglis was taken aback, wondering how this was possible. Leon claims to have given him the prism powder dose. This powder was handed to him once he joined the Steel Blood Front, and once transformed, there's no turning back. Leon left shortly after his explanation. Rafe, his father, and the Holy Knights will soon arrive. They were taken aback to see Raoul in this state. If Inglis fights Raoul here, the city will be destroyed. So she took Iris with her and booted Raoul a long distance away. Everyone was surprised at how far they were able to kick Raoul. Inglis claims it was all Iris's strength. Iris told her that she didn't have this type of strength. Inglis covers her lips and encourages her to just go with the flow. They then proceeded to Raoul's location. She inquires of Iris wet. Cyrene's new appearance and a sealed prisoner were unveiled the next day. Multiple magicite beasts were assaulting the city, and Inglis, Rafanna, and Inglis were notified. Inglis disregarded the guard and went outside to battle them, only to be attacked by a supernatural beast. Leone Alpha, a female with a sword, astonished Inglis and introduced herself as Leone Alpha. They soon defeated the remaining magicite beasts with Ranfin's assistance. A knight rewarded them for their achievements, but only Rafanna and Inglis would accept it. Leone, the knight explained, was the sister of former Holy Knight Leon Alpha, who had betrayed the country. Raphael, now 23, heard the knight's speech and thanked her for her efforts in killing the beasts. Raven hugged him fiercely, and Inglis greeted him as well. Raphael was briefed by Inglis and Rafanna of Cyrene's plans to become a holy knight to catch him. Leone chose the Royal Knights Academy in the capital city, where Prince Wing and Principal Meliera greeted them. The principal began the orientation with a class artifact, generating 3 creatures and establishing a gravitational field. Students who could evade being tagged for 10 minutes would receive free food for the entire month. The principal threw out every beast, but the Inglis tossed them back. The principal was concerned that if Inglis continued to toss them out, the academy would be forced to provide free lunch to all students. She told Inglis not to destroy them and gave her 3 months of free food in exchange. Inglis agreed, and Rafanna and Leone received free dinner as well. As the beasts began to expel pupils, Inglis remained the only one. Leone's power impressed everyone, especially the principal. After dining, Inglis and Rafanna went to their dormitories when a student requested a housemate change. Rafanna and Inglis came to Leone's aid, reminding her that treating someone who had saved the city from many magicite beasts was unjust. Leone expressed gratitude for their support. While Rati and Pram from Malyakard come, Inglis and Rafanna eat a lot. Their practical instructor, Margus, briefs them on flying the flying gear, which is more complex than anticipated. With Rafanna and Leone on her back, Inglis quickly passes everyone, including the instructor. The principal announces that Rafina, Lizelota, Leone, and Pram from the Knights program and Inglis from the Squire program have been chosen for a particular test. They are whisked to the labyrinth of trials, where they must use their physical and mental might to pass the challenge. Inglis sees every magical beast and person she has fought in the labyrinth, but she also sees memories of her childhood and visions of her former life. Randall, Inglis's heir and the man who will inherit the kingdom upon her death confronts her, but she easily defeats him. Inglis becomes bored and blows through the roof, where he encounters Lizelota, who realizes that every floor goes to every participant. She inquires why Rafina is upset with her, and Inglis responds that it is because of how she treated Leone. Lizelota admits she went too far and promises to apologize to Leone. Lizelota uses her gift to travel to the higher floors, where they encounter Leone, who is still in her challenge. Inglis saves herself by kicking her father before she is hit, forcing her family to vanish. Lizelota apologizes for her disrespectful behavior, and Leone accepts her forgiveness. They depart through a door they discovered while flying, and the principal is startled to see all 3 of them make it before the time limit. Raffin and Pram walk away, but Lizelota apologizes to Rafina and asks Leone to come to her room with her possessions at night. They all begin to get along, and the story emphasizes the value of personal growth and the strength of teamwork in overcoming obstacles and achieving success. Thanks for watching. If this series is the most liked in my anime recap production, I will make a part 2. Also, if you haven't yet, please subscribe to help me make more content.